Heavy load, gonna see what Jesus has waiting there for me. He's getting me ready for eternity. Well, my life was filled with darkness, sin was taking me down. I was so busy sinking, I couldn't see no higher ground. Then Jesus reached out to me and said, just take my hand. Then he lifted me up, and now I understand. He's getting me ready for what's waiting down the road. He's getting me ready. Carry this heavy load, gonna see what Jesus has waiting there for me. He's getting me ready for eternity.
The thing we need the most is a good dose of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Just let His love unfold you, then I know you'll see. Ready for eternity. He's getting me ready for what's waiting down the road. He's getting me ready to carry this heavy load. Gonna see what Jesus has waiting there for me. Get me ready for eternity.
Has waiting there for me. He's getting me ready for eternity. Gonna see what Jesus has waiting there for me. He's getting me ready for eternity. He's getting me ready for eternity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Tuesday Live at number 87, presented by the Boston Chris Show with yours truly, Boston Chris. And we are excited to be chatting with bluegrass stars Darin and Brooke Aldridge today. So stoked to have them here, and we're going to be chatting about their brand new single, which is called You Don't Knock. And you were just listening to their song, He's Getting Me Ready, featuring the legendary Oak Ridge Boys on that song. Let me tell you a little bit more about our guests tonight. Darin and Brooke Aldridge continue to ascend new heights in the music industry while keeping their easygoing, down-to-earth connection with audiences everywhere. Brooke is a 4-time winner of the International Bluegrass Music Association Award for Female Vocalist of the Year, while Darin, once a former member of the Country Gentlemen, is a former IBMA Mentor of the Year and a truly gifted singer and multi-instrumentalist. They have had numerous nominations over the years from the International Bluegrass Music Association, the Society for the Preservation of Bluegrass Music of America, the Gospel Music Association, and the Inspirational Country Music Association. In April 2023, they were named Bluegrass Artists of the Year at the Absolutely Gospel Music Awards. Also in 2023, the IBMA nominated the smash hit, Jordan, featuring Ricky Skaggs, Mo Pitney, and Mark Fain in the Gospel Recording of the Year category, while the GMA nominated the song for its Bluegrass Country Roots Recorded Song of the Year. And we are so frickin' stoked to have Darin and Brooke Aldridge right here on the show for the very first time. ever. Let's get into it with them right now. Howdy, where'd y'all go?
We're right here.
They're playing hide and seek, Stream. They're playing hide and seek. Darin and Brooke, how are y'all today?
We're doing good.
So I was just reading. I was just reading about y'all, and so this is a very unscripted show. So I do listen to some music and stuff, but we try to keep this as dumbass as possible, is what I call it. Like I try not to know that much. That way we learn more about you. So just from reading about y'all are some really rewarded and awarded bluegrass artists, aren't you? You guys have been very well recognized in the industry.
We've been blessed to be together and do as much as we have, almost 20 years next year. But got a lot of accolades and awards. And Brooke's been 4-time female vocalist of the year. I've won Mentor, and we've got Bluegrass Artist of the Year before, and video, and I don't know.
Yeah,
several things.
We just got inducted into the Blue Ridge Music Hall of Fame a few weeks ago. So
Congratulations! That's a big deal.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. We're proud of that.
Man, I got to say, you guys are too young to be Hall of Famers for anything, I would think, right?
Well,
yeah.
I guess it depends on who you ask.
2 years ago,
who you ask.
2 years ago, we got a mural painted in our hometown down on Main Street, and a really good guy named
Scott
Nurkin did the mural for us here in North Carolina, and he's pretty famous for doing so many, like Earl Scruggs, Don Gibson, Coltrane,
Roberta Flack.
Yeah, Ronnie Millsap,
Jimmy
on and
Wayne,
on.
Randy Travis,
Doc Watson, and and I called him and asked him about. I said, "Man, I'm gonna come up and take you to lunch one day," and he was painting it on the wall up there on Main Street, and he kind of looked back at me after a while. He said, "Man, this is so weird." He said, "Most everybody I'm painting's already dead."
You guys still live there too?
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
Is that not awkward a little bit? Just a little? Like people see you around town and stuff like that?
Yeah, they say, "Oh, you're on the
saw you
mural.
on the
You're on the wall down there."
Yeah, you're down there on the wall. That's so cool, man. I was reading about you, Darin. You're a member of the Country Gentlemen too, right?
I was, back from 99 till about 2005.
Yeah, that's a big deal too. Like, that's a big group.
It was one of the most awarded acts in bluegrass, and several hits. And
so that's going to be surreal for you, right? Because I imagine you probably grew up a fan of the genre and all of that, and to be alongside legends like that's going to be pretty surreal.
It was, especially at a young age, as a musician that I was, to walk out on stage, and all the performance halls and festivals and theaters just loved the Gents, and it had a nice collection of songs, so it was real cool.
So is there more pressure on you to be country or more pressure to be a gentleman? That's the question.
Oh, that's a split. What did you say, Brooke?
I think country, probably.
That's so funny. And 4-time female vocalist of the year. You ever get tired of stuff like that, just being recognized for something you're so passionate about already?
I definitely don't. I'm always honored. I never even imagined I would win the award even once, but it's so cool to be recognized by your fans and the industry. So many great musicians and folks in the industry too. So it's very honorable. So I'm very proud of that.
Well, I got to say, one of the things I love about bluegrass, and I'm sure you guys know about this too, I'm sure it's one of the things you guys love also, is kind of the community, the camaraderie of artists within the genre, always looking out for each other, kind of featuring on each other's projects and things like that. So, like, looking over the course of your catalog and seeing names like the Oak Ridge Boys and Ricky Skaggs and Mo Pitney's there, and even on the new single that's currently out right now with John Cowan on there, that's going to be surreal too, like just having these names that have kind of gone along on the ride with you with some of your music as well, right?
It has. I mean, looking up to folks like you just said, Ricky Skaggs and Vince Gill and John Cowan and Newgrass Revival. I mean, that's what I cut my teeth on, learning to play as a youngster and a young man, and then having all them guys being on our records and being, numbers in our phone just to call at any time is something very special to both of us.
Yeah, and to get to stand on stage with the Oak Ridge Boys, I mean, who doesn't love the Oaks, and getting to sing Elvira, and hearing Richard Sturban do the Bapa part and knowing that he played with Elvis, that's crazy.
Yeah, it never gets old. I feel like when you get to chat with legends and hang out with them and learn and sponge off them and stuff like that. It's not just the names I just mentioned, but like you guys have recorded with the Isaacs and folks like Jason Crabb and just the list goes on and on and on. So I guess the question is, you guys are married, right?
Yes,
we are.
Like to each other, right?
To each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have to say that now because you can't assume anymore. I thought somebody was married. They told me they were married, and at the end of the interview, they were like, "Yeah, Boston, we're married, just not to each other." So I was just like, okay. That would have changed things a little earlier in the show.
And we're not cousins either. So,
that's a plus when you're married for sure.
Yeah, I mean we're from the hills of North Carolina. So
yeah, I think that disqualifies you for some government stuff. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but so I mean, not being cousins and all, how did you guys meet?
Through our cousins.
That is so funny. It's almost like I knew about that, but I really didn't.
Yeah, so I grew up in a town. Avery County is the county that I grew up in. Newland was the town, and all of Darin's family was from the same area that I grew up in. He didn't grow up there, unfortunately. He got to go there a lot as a kid and enjoy being at his grandmother's house and uncles and aunts. And then when we met, it was pretty funny that, our families had always tried to get us together, and we realized, we had so much family stuff in common already. But he came to play at a church with the band that I had formed. And we just kind of hit it off after that. And our families were right. I went to church with his great aunt, and she was always telling me about Darin and how musical he was and how great we would go together. So I think just after.
So did you guys make sure you weren't cousins first, or like?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay.
But he came to fill in at a church one Sunday with the group I was playing with. He knew all the guys that I had formed a band with. And we just kind of hit it off. I had talked to him over email a few times just about the music industry and how to get, have a professional career. So he really helped guide me on that. And it was pretty cool when we met in person the first time.
So was there a musical relationship before a personal relationship? How did that work?
There was, yeah.
I had to chase her around a while.
Yeah. I imagine you did, Darin. That's how it works.
That's right.
Yeah, we really got to perform together quite a bit before we started a career together, because he was in a different band and I was in a different band, and I started traveling with him some, going on the road with the circuit riders, and he would pull me up to sing a song or two at festivals and venues that they were at, and then it just kind of, transpired from there. And so
I just want to make sure I understand this, Brooke. He was pulling you up, and by doing so, that was his way of chasing you.
Absolutely. Yep, you got it.
Sounds genius to me. I'm just going to say, sounds brilliant. I see what you're about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's called efficient chasing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But we realized we had a lot of the same goals and ambitions, so it just kind of went hand in hand that we started a music career together, and we've been going strong ever since.
And so how long have you been together as everything?
Be 20 years next year.
Wow. And so, like, how, as you're building this personal relationship, when do you guys decide that being a bluegrass or a country duo is what's on the stove, so to speak? Like, is that something that comes naturally over time, or?
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of wanted to be us in our type of music, and everything's come out of that. Gospel, of course, is our foundation, and bluegrass is huge in my background, so we wanted to kind of spin off of those type of relationships that we built business wise with who we knew in the industry and fans in the industry, and help build that. But at the same time, we wanted to get to golds like the Opry and being a classic duet and singing a lot of those, and it's just formed over time as we've made more appearances, made more friends like the Oaks and Jimmy Fortune, and like you said, Skaggs and Vince and so on, it's just evolved for us in that whole genre. So we wouldn't really kind of say one thing or the other. It's just Darin and Brooke music, and this is what you'll get.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, watching your catalog, or listening to your catalog, seeing some of your videos, stuff like that, you guys fit so perfectly. I feel vocally, especially, right? Like, you guys just are so in tune vocally, and I know how important that timing is in bluegrass. I'd really love to hear you guys talk about kind of 21st century bluegrass, because a lot of folks outside the genre would feel that the genre is kind of outdated, a little old fashioned. What would you say to those people?
For right now, man, it's really hitting on all cylinders.
I agree.
With the hype that Billy Strings has had in the last couple years, and folks like Sierra Hull and Molly Tuttle, they're not a straight up bluegrass type of act, but they have reached more people by doing so. And we do the same type of thing in our music. We're not your daddy's bluegrass, as they say, or 30, 40 years ago. But, in the time, Newgrass Revival were doing that in the 80s and 90s. And Alison Krauss came along and did the same thing. She stepped outside the boundaries. And Ricky Skaggs did the same thing in the 80s as well, was branching the bluegrass roots, but having a country sound. And it really introduced a lot of folks to that type of genre, and it's just going strong as ever right now.
I just love where it's going right now. I'm going to keep it real. Like, we've had so many bluegrass artists here on the show recently, completely by accident. But you guys are just blowing up, so that's the way it's working. So great for us as a podcast. But just hearing like almost that fusion of different styles. You mentioned Sierra and Molly, but also that Appalachian style that Sierra Farrell is known for, and Benjamin Todd and people like that. That's kind of bluegrass too. It's got those vibes in there, almost like a darker version of it, and I just love where it's going nowadays.
It does. We've been a fan to Sierra for a good while, so watching her blow up has been really cool. She's got a great
and that's
voice.
Good for all of y'all, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. And it's still important to honor the pioneers in the music as well.
Sure.
And in some of our sets, depending on what venue we play or festival, we can add those old traditional songs back in, and folks love that too. So it's really, like you said, it's really hitting on all cylinders right now.
Is there a really valid strategy as an artist, especially as a recording artist, to kind of honor the old time, but also keeping it fresh, keeping it non-complacent, moving forward always? Is there a strategy and really kind of a presence to know that mixture is important?
I think so. Doing your style of music is always good to have that voice, and you're not copying the ones that did it before, but having that respect of covering a song, but kind of making it your own. Tim O'Brien, I really looked up to in music forever, and hearing him say that and learning the way he did covers and even writing old sounding songs. But anything that you heard him do, you always knew that was a Tim O'Brien, his voice and his style of music. And Daryl Scott, same type of thing with folks. Once you get a stamp on something, and that's what me and Brooke wanted to strive for. No matter what you heard on a recording of us, if it was a classic country sound or a straight up bluegrass, that's our voices and our style of music that we're putting into that song.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Daryl Scott came to Northeast Texas, I want to say the year before last, and I missed the show, and I was so mad at myself. Still am, but he's coming back this fall, and I am not missing it. I don't care. Like, I will be there. If I'm like in the hospital or something, I will find a way. Huge fan. Let's talk about. Go ahead.
I said he's awesome. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, same. Anyway, the reason why y'all are here is because of the new single, which is a very uplifting song. I love the wordplay in it. It's called "You Don't Knock." It like I said earlier, it is a collaboration with just an incredible vocalist in John Cowan. So tell us about the song, how it came to be, how John ended up on the song, and just everything about the song. Tell us about it.
Well, it's kind of an old standard, in a spiritual number. But the first band that I heard sing it was Newgrass Revival, and I had a bootleg tape tape of that. I think they recorded it, but I love Newgrass.
See, I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was a new song, so that's kudos on y'all. I thought this was one of y'all songs.
Oh yeah, it's an old one, and we was looking for something just kind of upbeat and live, and it's got that kind of jive to it. It makes you snap your fingers and beat your feet on the ground and try to sing along. When you hear it. And we toured a lot with John from like 2017 up till now, but back then, 17, 18, 19, before COVID hit, we played probably 20 or so shows a year with him. And since COVID hit, we've done, 5 or 6 a year because he's still pretty busy with the Doobie Brothers going back up.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, man, if you don't know who John is, you guys need to look him up. Like, holy crap, yeah.
So we felt it was very good to ask him to be on the recording with us and just had fun with the singing. Anytime you get these two together, as powerful as they can sing, it's going to be good.
Yeah, and so how are you guys choosing, since this is an old-time standard, how are you guys choosing the songs, not only for your record, but which ones are going to be singles?
That's been hard. We kind of brought a lot of songs back from our childhood that we heard, our parents play, songs that you would hear even nowadays. If you went up to our neck of the woods there in Avery County, where I'm from originally, and you walked into a little church, these are songs you would hear. But we kind of, like Darin said, put our spin on it. And also a lot of singer-songwriters sent us stuff. So we've got a couple things like that. And then we had a lot of special guests. So yeah, I think it just embraces like who we are and where we come from and our roots and what we're proud of.
Yeah, and the new record is called, it's not out yet, but it's going to be called Soul Condition. It's 11 tracks, and it's also the 11th album that you guys have put out. So when do you guys have a date for this yet?
It's coming out this Friday, the 17th.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, that is great timing. So there you go, guys. Brand new music coming from Darin and Brooke Aldridge. Obviously, we're going to be playing the single You Don't Knock here in a second, but the whole record is going to be out within literal days, hours even, on Friday. So you guys be looking for that. It's called Soul Condition. A lot of y'all out there will hear my voice when we aren't live. So if it's beyond Friday, I guess that's what, the 20 or the... what is that? The 16th? 17th. So
17th.
Beyond April 17th, 2026, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, then yeah, that record is out. So go check it out right now. And we're going to put Darin and Brooke on the spot here. And I'm going to let them each choose one, too, because there's 2 of them. And that can always be fun. So we have this thing every week called Pick of the Week. And this is a very selfish segment because the reason it's there is so I can learn about new folks. Okay, so each of you gets to pick one song from any artist in the world, and it can be, from an artist that you want to give more exposure to, or somebody, or a song that is it stuck in your head, or an artist that inspired you. It's completely up to you. The reason why you picked the song. Just tell me the name of the song and the artist.
Ooh, go ahead.
You want to go first? You want me to go?
You go.
Let me think. I have so many folks that I've looked up to, but since we've been talking about Daryl Scott, and do you want me to do that or something new for you? You said somebody new, didn't you?
No, whichever. No, this is your show, not mine.
Well, one of our big heroes is Vince Gill, and I know he's been putting out new music this year, 50 Years from Home. And one of his new releases that I really enjoyed was I Gave You All I Had. And let's see if you can pull that one up by Vince.
All right, that's perfect. I don't think I've heard that song, so that's great. You got one now, Brooke? I see that grin. All right, good.
So I'm going to go with Emily Ann Roberts. And she actually just got nominated for her first ACM award.
New Female Vocalist of the Year came out yesterday. Yeah. That's right, yep.
And I'm going to go with her song Whipped because I think it's kind of like Darin and I. So.
It's a small... I see what you did there. That's where the grin was coming from, everybody. You guys rewind, and you'll see that grin she had. All right, I get it now. So Emily Ann Roberts is actually going to be here local where I'm at, Northeast Texas, on May 1st. This is a great segue. We did not talk about this, Brooke. But yeah, Emily Ann is going to be at the Hunt County Fair May 1st. I'm actually helping promote that. We talked to Ray Lynn, who she's opening for that day. And so hopefully we'll get to meet Emily Ann that day, because I am also a huge fan of hers. And so, yeah, that's very cool that you mentioned her. Give me another opportunity to tell people about Hunt County Fair. Tickets are $15 before 8 p.m. But, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get into the music. I appreciate you guys for being here. The website for y'all is darinandbrookealdridge.com. I'm going to spell that out because Darin and Brooke both have multiple possible spellings. So it's DARINAND spelled out BROOKE Aldridge ALDRIDGE.com. So you guys go and check out all of the the whole website. It's so cool over here. They have an About Us. They have a shop where you can get merch. They have their tour dates. Their videos are all there. Links. Everything you could possibly find. Everything Aldridge is there. So y'all go check it out. And follow along on all the social medias. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us for a little while tonight.
Oh, it's
thank
been
you.
great,
It was
man.
a lot
Thank
of
you so
fun.
much.
All right, you guys have a good rest of your day. We're going to get into the music.
All righty.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys. All right, guys. Oh, man, what a great couple, right? That was a lot of fun. Y'all saw the look on her face when she knew what she was fitting to do, right? That was so so genius on her part. We're going to play the brand new single from Darin and Brooke Aldridge. It is called You Don't Knock, featuring John Cowan. And again, you guys can stream this everywhere. You can call your local radio stations to hear it as well. Then we're going to get into the picks of the week. So here is the song, You Don't Knock.
You don't knock,
You just walk on in.
the door.
The door to heaven's in.
There's love,
There's love and joy for you.
to share.
Share the whole day through.
I
I know my friends are there.
to rest.
Rest in heaven's nest.
You don't knock, ring, push or hold. Doors wide open, waiting for you, so you don't knock. You just walk on in. I will walk life's winding road,
Oh yeah,
trying to bear the load.
oh yeah,
I travel both night and day,
oh yeah.
so tired I can hardly pray. Jesus, my light, my guide,
Oh yeah,
He's ever by my side.
oh yeah.
So I'm walking out and knocking into heaven with pride. You don't knock,
Knock, you just walk on in.
the door.
The door to heaven's in.
There's
There's
love,
love and joy for you.
to share.
Share the whole day through.
I know
my friends are there.
to rest.
Rest in heaven's nest.
You don't knock, ring, push or hold. Doors wide open, waiting for you, so you don't knock. You just walk on in. I'll have no need to be,
Oh yeah,
for He is ever near.
oh yeah,
He'll know my work is true.
oh yeah.
So glad the day is through. It wasn't for me to say,
Oh yeah,
I didn't think I'd make my way. So I'm a walking out and knocking into heaven. Goodbye. You don't knock,
knock, you just walk on in.
the door.
Door to heaven's in.
There's
There's
love,
love and joy for you.
to share.
Share the whole day through.
I
I know my friends are there.
rest.
Rest in heaven's nest.
You don't knock, ring, push or hold. Doors wide open, waiting for you, so you don't knock. You just walk on in. Well, you don't knock,
Walk on in.
the door.
Door to heaven's in.
There's
love and
love,
joy for
to share.
Share the whole day through.
I know
my friends are
you just walk on it.
All right, the brand new single from Darin and Brooke Aldridge is You Don't Knock. Y'all make sure you're checking that out all